Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. It is time for some of the 7.45 content, and that means Hildibrand! And by that I mean Oglop. Hello, Heart Boiled. Do we have a need for speed? We have a need for speed. Let's go. Alright, I was hoping you'd drop by. It took a bit of doing, but I was able to widen the crack I made in that storage device and yank out a couple new scraps of data. The first file just so happens to be a record of Carnelian's procedure. Seems the bastard's soul was poured into one of those clot-type monsters. They've got an annoying talent for mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly what Carnelian took advantage of when he tricked us with his fake maca. Never fear, Inspector Hildibrand is here. The other file I pulled had details on yet another monster-fied criminal. This mook was nabbed for repeated vehicular violations, riding his air wheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, endangering others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around in the body of a cactuar now. Judging by what we've seen of that researcher's schemes, he'll dispatch the prickly speed demon somewhere outside the dome, but where? Rejoice, my good Detective Fry. Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, come bearing in the very direction you seek. I have it straight from the mouth of the real Kamaka that an ambulatory cactus piling a flying contraption was supposedly observed streaking through the sky on a southerly bearing. Alas, despite hastening to confirm the sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginations of inebriated townsfolk. The insistent sharp of veteran instinct nonetheless impelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful assistant and I venture further south to question the colorful crowds of a Thule Yodel. Thule! Yes, we're there to find sober witnesses eager to tell of an airborne succulent. They said it was moving at an incredible pace at astride a vehicle like the ones the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past the dirigible before vanishing into the clouds to the south. Alexandria soldiers ride an air-wheeler, so unless there's another flying cactuar out there somewhere, I think we have our man. Good work. Almost too good, in fact. Over there! Is that a new piece I spy? Hardly had to bait the hook. They're the real deal, alright. Come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. At least the lead seems solid enough. If we're serious about catching this guy, we'll need an air wheel of our own. Come on. Stop nearby to do those custom jobs. Alright. Let's go find them. The person standing in the middle of nowhere. This is the place. Used to be a regular here, but I haven't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me. Well, well, look who the wind blew in. Manom, I've come for my steed. That battered old scrap heap, it's been rusting on my garage floor so long I doubt I can manage a slow trot, let alone a gallop. Happy to give it a fine tune if you have credits to burn, but I'll need you to supply some parts, a new high voltage battery, superconductor core, the minimum. Chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can't get my hands on the battery, but can I ask you to track down the coil? These soft-boiled dopes wouldn't know a suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal, but you, I can trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure. Got my number, do you? Just tell them like it is, and I'll tough egg when I see one. Hardible seems desperate to get his air wheel up and running, so I'll give you a tip. You want a coil, quick flex, and option to rides with defective sentries is your best bet. I have an idea that's handy gadget to help you out. Send it off to the distress signal on the west side of old Alexandria, and you'll soon have some murderous mechanical company to dismantle for parts. I'll take these two along with me on the battery hunt. Good luck out there. Sounds like we're going to Heritage. Indeed, indeed. Does this mean I'm going to try and find Alpha? Indeed, indeed. Obviously, I'm gonna try and not find Alpha. Like, oh hey, it's Gargant. Slight out of my way to go there, but is he here? Find out. Not looking hopeful. Alpha, are you being camera shy, Alpha? Fine. Fine. Let's go way over here. Distress beacon. I'm like, which item am I using again? Hello. Would you like to feel my fist? What am I doing? This is faster. Alright. Back to solution now. Is there someone else here? No. Alright. Well, get your hands on the coil. Yes. Ah, that should do the trick now. Where did your mates run off to? Can't be hard to find a store that sells batteries. You should probably head over to the Nexus Arcade and see what's keeping them. That's way over there. Fine. You know what's way over there. Let's go there. Shoop. But that's not near Alpha. He's up there, potentially. There we're looking. There we be. Arya, any trouble picking up that coil? Nothing you couldn't handle, I'll wager. As for battery, I bought one easily enough. Problem was convincing the inspector and his gal to stick around after he caught a whiff of tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, they wandered off and haven't come back. Suppose we go look for them, eh? No, just a cutscene. Okay. Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? You needed word, friend detective. The dapper zombies and old acquaintance of mine. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir. I'm a proud member of the Gentle Goodmen and disciple of Master Hildibrand. I've been on the road seeking out new recruits for our merry mouldering band. Search is what brought me here, to the midst of this unexpected yet most welcome reunion. I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems hardly harmless enough. So if you're done catching up, we've got a case to work on. In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely case adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, this gentle zombie traced the stench of necromantic decay to the very facility in which I once slumbered. Yes, I became fast friends with one of the reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new charnel chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in the leakage of a highly toxic substance. All that is save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Keshkaya is his name. He was second in charge after the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as condescending and know-it-all. They did, however, grudgingly recognize his passion for his work. Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say. Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do at this job, well, thanks for that. Glad to be of service. Now, excuse me, my new recruits and I have a cafe tour planned. So that fellow was an Ostagod's walking corpse, huh? I met some weird folk in my line of work, but do you always keep company with such oddballs? Heh. That was out of the line. It's just, I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Monom and get my wheeler repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll ride back here to make sure it's running smoothly, and you can see Magnificent Beast in all his glory. So we're just gonna wait. Or are we talking to Hildibrand? Is there Alpha? There's not even Alpha up there! Detective Hardboiled seems somewhat nervous. Excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps. Would you look at that? What do you think, Arya? Call him Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly and has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to the ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heating motor coils. But won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, that's a valid concern. A hotter drivetrain responds completely differently when you open up the throttle and... You. Get those filthy hands off my ride. I merely thought to enhance your beloved seat with a touch of a salamanderville. So, you've had this amazing machine this whole time? Why haven't you been riding it until now? Ah, so fresh faced and innocent. The spitting image of my assistant. Never forget the day I hung on my spurs. It was right after I caught Carnelian. I've been simmering in thoughts of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. big house is too good for the likes of the Crime King. See you in hell, your majesty. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You've gone soft-hearted boiled. This flashback exceeds the legal length. Laced with illicit embellishments, no doubt. Wrap it up, Gumshoe. To cut to the chase, my system was avenged. Slinging the Crime King into the slammer took me off the boil. Ryan Cole just ain't my style. But now that Cornelian's on the streets again, it's time for me to get back in the saddle. They were saying that cactuar punk flew over Tule, whatever, the Blue Passenger Ridge while on its way south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? I don't even get a choice for that one? Lame. Lots of big trees, are there? Let's make for this Yak T'el's dirigible landing as our starting point. Take Night Stallion and meet you there. Meteorites and meteor wrongs. Right, we shall find our way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there. I'm pretty sure it was Yak T'el, Inspector. Alright, I'm going to actually port to Thule. This shortcut to go to Yak T'el. It should be faster than flying over. Alright, time of day's the thing. It's fine. We're going to Yak T'el. It's fine. You made it to even this jaded little gumshoe. I'd appreciate that for you coming in over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive, and one fella seen Mr. Cactuar flying down to the lower forest. I'm told the biggest place out that way is a settlement called Mamuk. So I'll be our next destination. Let's head over there, walk the streets, ask some questions. You know, the usual. Very good, detective. Well, what's become of your wondrous wheeler? My selling would draw more attention than I like. Use the autopilot function to call him if I need him. Otherwise, I'll make do with my own 2 feet. Alright, we're going to Mamuk. Oh, let me just go there from the start. I know. But, where are we going? Back here? That must be Mamuk. They build things different down here, huh? But we ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out. Find some of his cleft eyes in that cactuar. Alright. What are we looking at? 3 points. One is this building. Have you seen a big cactuar riding a motorcycle? Oh yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The vehicle's terrible noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. The sight of this posturing man plant was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened. Alright, let's go up here. Back here? Back here. Have you seen the big cactuar riding a motorcycle? Yes, I've encountered the fiend you describe. The forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites with a club, then racing away with the broken pieces. Make it that way you will. Alright, and one more. There was no good way to split this, was there? Bucklejaw. Subject to recent gossip, I crossed paths with the creature myself and was indeed awed, but the machine I rode upon was a true wonder. He pulled up alongside me in my Wyvern, challenging us to a race, then zoomed off with astounding swiftness. Planning to catch that fiend, you'll need equally miraculous mount. That's... yeah, okay. Just back to the middle. Got it. Can't. Fine. So, what's the rap? The testimonies I gathered were very much the same. There's a cactuar racing around out there. That much can be certain. Levy's making stops to bag meteorite fragments, and this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Arya. Something about those rocks I ought to know. Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? We haven't pieced together Kashkaya's big plan yet, but he's real interested in those space stones. Which means we've got a good chance of finding the spiky goon by staking out the spots where the meteorites are. If we nab the cactuar, we can make him lead us to the researcher. And the Carnelian. And when I say us, I mean me and Nice Telling, of course. Once we find them, the rest of you won't be giving chase without an air-wheeler. I wonder if there's like a special line if you do have the air-wheeler there. I need no such contrivance. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo-bearing exercise regimen. Well, good luck to him. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny that uncanny body of his may sterner stuff. Let's get on with it then. There's a few good-sized meteorites along the side of the road that leads out of town. We'll start at the nearer end, hope the book puts in an appearance. Alright. Survey the destination. Right over here. Why would it be next to the enemy vantage point? No wheeler riding cactuar around here. Let's move on. Ugh, that idiot inspector took off like he had the case all sewn up, but running fast didn't find him any leads, did it? Here, I thought he was onto something. That way, Nashu. I think I may be onto something. Alright, further in. Are there any friends around? Not here. I'm not seeing anything further down. Actually, wow, this is actually really close to, Hunt Point. This is, literally one right over there. Or am I, on the vantage point? Okay. No sign here either. On to the next meteorite. I detect a hint of criminality in that direction. Onwards, Nasha, we mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Hi. Now we're definitely leaving the areas where the hunts can spawn. I do hope in 8.0 that they actually give us back, I don't know, Shadowbringers levels of hunt spawn points. That'd be nice. Shadowbringers had, like, the good balance, I think. Okay, Lakeland was a bit much, but, like, Ilmig? Perfect. No, honestly, I think Lakeland's fine too. Look out and set aside! It's 1,000 years in your high! Make way for the much more comfortable spike! This one looks ripe for the smashing. Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that air wheeler. Huh? You must be a blowhards. I was warned about. Think you can give me orders to the succulent speedster? My ride is maxed out with black market mods. There ain't no one faster. Keep up if you can, slowpokes. If that's the way it's gotta be, challenge accepted. It's me, nice alien. It's time to burn rubber. I'm right behind you. And I'm right behind you, Inspector. Yeah! Damn it, this sounds a full gallop. I'm still trailing. It would seem you require my assistance after all. What? You caught up to me on foot. Fine. Change of plans. Where's my damn python? I'll just tweak the weapon's elemental settings like so. With you steering me, providing the thrust, that fiend will soon learn a harsh lesson. Nothing outruns a fired up Manderville man. Are they actually gaining on me? Come on then, I feel the need for speed! We did it! The victory is ours! Can't believe it. My undefeated record. My legendary win streak. It's over. And yet I feel strangely content. Enough, you win! Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it! So, the researcher forced you to work for him, like he did with the other fiends. That's right, told me to smash and grab the meteorites from the forest, but not what he wanted them for. And all this way to Nabs and Delinquent Goon, and no liaison Keshkaya or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed! That one's on you, Hildibrand. Perhaps we can try running together next time. Oh, if you're looking for Keshkaya, I know exactly what he'll be waiting for me. Meteorite delivery over by the cliff southwest of here. Why didn't you say that sooner? I bet Cornelian is there with him. It won't escape me this time. I leave this criminal cactuar in your custody. Fiendish appearance aside, tis a man's soul within, so please treat him accordingly. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? Let's ensure these villains are served a gentleman's justice. Ogle up. Alright. So where are we? Oh, we're actually... Oh, geez. Way over there? Well, I'm in the area. We're doing an alpha check. If I remember... It's here? Yeah, it's here. No alpha. Either alpha didn't spawn or the event's already expired. Alright, Pass the warp to Ikbrush. Been too long since I've had to say some of these names. Oh, wait. Already I'm in. Okay, let's go south. And surely this time we'll see an A rank. Surely. Oh wait, no, they probably are dead, aren't they? Boo. No one here. I'm like, wait. No, it's Monday. So unlucky, I guess. hear them just up ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in. He's late. We must assume something went wrong. These meteorites will provide the perfect energy source, and I prefer the harvest as surplus, but it's too great a risk to linger here. Freeze, mage! You so much as twitch your lips and I'll light you up. No! I've worked too hard to give up now. Club. He's getting away. He'll keep. I've got the one I want. Don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape. Never again. Murder is not the answer, detective. Go! You almost had me, if not for this bumbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever. You and me are done, Hildibrand. Stay out of my way. Up. My recent inadequacies as an inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. 'Twas you he turned to for assistance with this case, Arya. It's only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Meanwhile, Nashu and I shall persist with our independent inquiries. I was gonna say back to the solution 9, but free warp. Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but that yoke for brains had me steaming. Hildibrand only wants to help. That's the problem. His help ain't nothing but a hindrance. For the love of... I see you sulking over there, soft-boiled. I'll go up. Isn't this it's a delightful spot for serendipity. We are simply following the villain's trail, and look how we've all run into each other. Completely by chance. Well, We were only passing through, after all. We shall apprehend that mastermind with our own tried and true methodology. You shall see. Are ya? I want you on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guy beyond the dome, as well as being tougher than yours truly. No one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heels for a bit while I work on salvaging more data. The hard-to-boiled always gets his flies in the end. See you around. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Long last, my scheme has come to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness to the replication of my brilliant mind. It's at hand. Never again will I be known as Canalocus Corpus's second best. My name shall ring across the lands, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing. Oh, just the fact that you repaired a device capable of miracles to get your plans worked so very banal. You dare mock me? What a bore he was. Now I realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology. It's Boo Boo ship. Detective Hard-Boiled, they call me. Cool and tough as a cucumber wrapped in old leather, a man who prefers his own company. Today's egg was overdone, with the plot poil and boil to match to my mood. Up. They say you can't make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smashed it completely. Core! Those are some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Detective Hard-Boiled from himself? I bet the inspector can. With us on the case, a happy ending is never far away. See you, Inspector. Well, I guess that wraps up Hildibrand for this patch. So, I do still need to do the new variant dungeon, but might be a bit. We'll see. We'll see. And my server has finally completed business, so I can take care of that. So we'll take care of Oasis next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord. Come hang out, get notifications there too. This thing is standing now. Isn't it? I was standing before. Anyway, until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye.